Good morning students. So in the previous class we discussed about the Ohm's law, correct? So today we are going to discuss the next part of that, right? See students, in the previous class we discussed the Ohm's law. Then what is the statement of the Ohm's law? See, the current I that passes through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the two ends of the conductor is called as the Ohm's law, correct? So here just consider the I means what? Current. Electric current through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference, or is the voltage between the 2 points of the conductor is called as the Ohm's law, right? It is. So we can write here I is equal to Rp. Why I write here R? Because see, to remove this proportionality constant, we can write here one constant, that is the R. R means what here? Resistance, right students? So by using this formula, this is the mathematical equation of the Ohm's law. Take it as a equation number 1. Then students, see, through this formula I can write the resistance R, correct? So R is equal to V by I, it is, right? It is the ratio between the voltage and the current, that is the opposition to the flow of the charges is called as a resistance, that we discussed in the previous class, right? It is. So the resistance, then by using this formula I can write like this, correct? Just what I did, V, I took the left side and this I goes to R side, correct? V is equal to R into I. Yes, see, while solving the problems like this you have to make the conversions of the one formula, right? Just you understand here one basic formula, that is Ohm's law. Yes, see here, by using this law we can calculate the current also, right? So just I convert in terms of the resistance. By now using this I can calculate the resistance, and now by using the potential difference I can calculate now from this formula potential difference. Just I make the conversions from the one formula, correct? So here just you convert in terms of the potential difference. So now potential difference is nothing but the resistance into electric current through a conductor, correct? So take it as a equation number 2. So students, after this we discussed that the resistance will depends upon the two factors mainly. What are that? That is the length of the conductor and the cross section of the area of the conductor, correct? So the resistance will be directly proportional to the length of the conductor and inversely proportional to the area of the conductor, correct? See, when the conductor or is the wire whose area becomes more, resistance decrease. While area becomes more, resistance start to decrease because they are inversely proportional, and if it is starts to decrease, then resistance start to increase, correct? Then take example here, length, the length of the conductor or else the wire. If the length of the wire is more, resistance is more, of course current start to decrease. If the length is less, then resistance will less, current start to increase, because we know that resistance and the current both are opposite, correct? The definition itself says that resistance means opposition to the flow of the charges, correct students? So here when the resistance will increase, current will decrease. When the current will increase, resistance will decrease, right? So take it as a equation number 3. See, when I remove this proportionality constant, I can write the one constant here, that is the rho. What we call it is rho, and this rho is called as a resistivity. What we call resistivity, right? The resistivity of the conductance is equal equal to the length of the conductor's wire and the unit cross section of a area. Correct? So take it as a equation number 3. So students, now what you do, put this equation number 3 in the equation number 2. So what I can write now? Ohm's law. See, V is equal to IR. Just I converted the Ohm's law in terms of the potential difference, right? So main our Ohm's law will be the I is equal to RV, correct? But just I converted in terms of the potential difference. What that is? V is equal to IR. This is our second equation, right? So here just this R value from equation number 3 I put here, correct? I is similar, right? Only this one. This is the value of the R from this equation I put here, that is rho into L divided by A, correct? This is the our new equation. Take it as a equation number 4, right? So by using this equation, now we are going to constitute the next definition, that is the current density. What is current density? So students, the electric current per unit area taken normal to the direction of the current is known as the current density. See what it is then? Here this current and the area, this both I divided by A is nothing but the current density. See, the current, the electric current per unit area, both are normal to the direction of the current, correct here? So nothing but the amount of the charge per unit area. See, amount of the charge per unit time, that we can call it as a current density. Just consider here one conductor. Just assume this is the one conductor. So through this the charges are moving. See, we don't know how many charges are moving, but we have to consider it as a net amount. Correct? See, at the last you got the result. Correct? So how you will say? You will say the each marks of the subject, or else total percentage you will say. Of course, they will ask the total amount of the percentage, right? See, in last in keltare percentage keltaro total, or else each subject marks keltare. Of course, total percentage they will ask, right? So here also we have to take here total amount. So total amount of the charges moving in a particular time, correct? Just assume now it is 10. At 10, just assume 5 at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. There is 5 ampere charge is moving, correct? So at 10.01 a.m. 10 ampere of charge is moving. So at each time the amount of the charge is moving will be the different, correct? That's why we considered here the unit time, correct? So current density is nothing but the amount of the charge moving in a conductor per unit time. We can call it as the current density, right students? So here what happened? The current and the current per unit area is the moving in a normal direction to the current, that is known as the current density. Understood? So here we constitute the current density, correct? So this current density we can denote with the letter J. What it is? J. See how the electric current we denote with the letter I, capital I. Similarly, here also the current density we denote with the letter J, right? So J is nothing but the electric current per unit area, right? See, why we consider area here? See, area of the conductor is important because if the conductor area will be the more amount of the charge will passes. If the conductor area will be the less, wire area will be the less, then of course the flow of the charges will also reduce. See, in the previous class I took the example pipeline from the tank to tap, right? So here also J is nothing but the current divided by area. So here the amount of the current moving, the amount of the current per unit area is in a normal direction to the current, that we can say it as a current density. See, and we denote with the letter J, right? So the SI unit of the current density will be the ampere per meter square, correct? So ampere means AI will consider per meter square because area is at the denominator, right? Area SI unit will be the meter square and it is at the denominator. That's why I will take it as a per meter square, correct? So here we constitute the current density, students. Then see here, this current density J or else the current density is a vector quantity. What it is? It is a vector quantity. See, vector quantity means what? Of course, it has the direction and also the magnitude, right? See, scalar and the vectors, two types of the physical quantities are there, right? In that, vector means what? The quantity which is having both the magnitude and also direction, correct? Those we can call it as a vector quantity. And what are the scalar? The quantity which is having only the magnitude. There is no direction. Ali now direction anna consider modulary. Antaha quantity galana navu enanta kariತೀವಿ? That is scalar quantity. Here our current density will be the vector quantity. That means it has a direction, correct? See, current has a direction. It will move from the positive to negative of the battery, right? That means the current density is also having the direction, correct? So students, now I want to take the electric field. Yes, now I am going to consider the uniform electric field through a conductor. So here, if E is the magnitude of the uniform electric field in the conductor. See, in the conductor, here, just consider here, just assume this is our conductor and here I am considering the electric field. See, now uniform electric field is, that means wherever you go in this conductor, it is uniform, right? Uniform means through all the position it will be the same, right? So now I am considering uniform electric field in the conductor, that is whose length is what? L. The conductor length will be the L and potential difference will be the V. Potential difference will be the V. So I can write the electric field as a E is equal to V by L, right? See, of course we know that electric field is nothing but the force on a unit charge, right? So just assume here electron is present. Each electron is surrounded by the particular field that applies the force on the electron. If that applies the force means, of course, potential difference, it is work done, right? If I am applying the work on this or else the force on this, it will move, correct? See, if I am not applying the work or else the energy, then of course it will not move. If I am giving the energy, that means of course it will move, correct? That's why electric field we can write it as the potential difference to the length of the conductor, correct? So through this I want to define the potential difference. Yes, just make the arrangements. Here V is equal to E into L. See, L is in the denominator, that will move towards this side, correct, and it will become V is equal to E into L. This is the our equation number 5, correct. So students, now what you do, take this equation number 5 and equation number 4. This one, I rho L divided by A is nothing but the potential difference, correct. See, now you equate the 4 and the equation number 5. 4 equal to 5 you take. Yes, equating. We are equating the equation number 4 and equation number 5. So students, what will happen now? Just see, here also V equal to it is something, and here also V equal to this value, correct. So first I consider this one. It is 4 equal to 5, no? So equation number 4. So just you take first this one. This is a smaller quantity. That's why here E and L, only two factors are present. That's why E into L I will write here, and I is equal to rho into L divided by A. From this I will write from the equation number 4. So I wrote here. Then students, what will happen now? Just see whether there is the same terms are present both in the LHS and in the RHS. Yes, of course one term is present, length of the conductor, correct. So what I will do, I will cross this one, I will cancel, correct. So if I cancel the length from this side and length from the this side, what will remain? Of course it will be remains E is equal to then I rho divided by A remains. See, here also L is present, here also L is present. I will cancel at the both the sides. Then E is equal to I into rho divided by A. It will become. So students, now you consider this I into A. We know that from this current density definition, correct? What it is? J, right? So here I put the value E is equal to, E is similar, is equal to I by A, that is nothing but the current density, right? So here I wrote G and rho. Rho means what? Resistivity. That I write like this, as it is, correct? So now it will constitute the one more formula, that is electric field is nothing but the J means current density into the resistivity. Yes. So take it as a equation number 6. So students, just assume here the electric field, the direction of the electric field and the current density both are same. Just assume in this conductor the electric field direction is through this side, and the current density, it is also present here, it is also having the same direction, right, in the conductor. So because both are the vector quantities that we know, that's why I can write here electric field vector quantity, that is the direction we are saying, and J into rho. So then from this I can write the current density. What it is? J is equal to E divided by rho. Yes, see, J is equal to E divided by rho. Yes, so this E divided by rho is this equation. Now I am going to write like this, that is the J as it is with the direction equal to E as it is, but 1 by rho is nothing but the, what it is, sigma, or is the conductance, correct. See, 1 by rho is nothing but the, 1 by rho is nothing but the conductivity, correct. See, this is the resistivity and this is the conductivity. Yes, see here sigma is equal to 1 by rho. We can call it as the conductivity. Yes, By this equation only, I wrote here J is equal to E into conductivity. Correct? So this constitutes the one more important formula for us. Right? Conductivity means what? It is the flow of the charges in a unit direction. We can call it as the conductivity. Correct, students? So by using this Ohm's law, now we come to define the current density with respect to the conductivity. Correct? So current density is nothing but the electric field into the conductivity. Here the conductivity is the opposite to the resistivity. Yes? So just you take it as a note here. First one, the reciprocal of resistance. Reciprocal of the resistance is conductance. Correct? Reciprocal of the resistance is the conductance. Correct? And then the SI unit of conductance is mho. What it is? Mho. Right? See, reciprocal means what? Opposite. Right? So see, this is the resistance. Sorry. So R will be the resistance and its SI unit is what it is? Ohm. What it is? Ohm. Correct? So now we are saying conductance. You can write it as C. Yes? Whose SI unit is opposite. See, just compare this one and this one. Opposite to this it is. That's why I told you reciprocal of resistance is conductance. Correct? It is Ohm and it is mho. What it is? Mho. M-H-O. Mho it is. See, here M I wrote, H is and O is simply opposite, no? Right? Resistance and conductance is the opposite. That's why we can say conductors. Conductors means what? The materials which easily passes the electricity through them. Here also conductance means it is the property which allow the electric current easily passes through the material. That we can say it as a conductance. Correct? Then students, one more, that is the resistivity and the conductivity. So here just to consider reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity. Correct? That is right, it is. So or else rho is equal to 1 by conductance. Right? So here the resistivity. What is the SI unit of that? Resistivity. See, this is our resistivity. SI unit will be the ohm meter. Correct? But conductivity, its SI unit is conductivity. You can also write as a S m raised to minus 1. Students, this is the SI unit of the conductance. Right? So, today's class we completed our derivation up to the current density with respect to the conductivity. Yes? So, in the next class, I am going to take the next concept, that is the drift velocity. Thank you everyone. And students, whatever I written on the board, just you note it down. Okay?